Hi everyone, it's Charismatic Partridge channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, I will be going over the history between Collingwood and Geelong. Now, if you are a return Charismatic Magpies, welcome, like, comment, share. If you're new to the channel, watch this for the first time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now, one thing that we do know between Collingwood and Geelong, it's the history behind this. Now, you look back on it, you know, we've had some very good history and we've also had some very bad history as well. Now, mind you, this goes back into way before 1980, where we've won grand finals against them and we had a full beat as well. And looking back on it, it is really good to see that we actually have won against Geelong. And the fact is that we can play so well, and this game is at the MCG, so it should be very interesting as well. Should be a cracking game of football. We played in finals against Geelong as well, so that's not something new to us that we have beaten them. But we also have played very good football against Geelong as well, and knowing the fact is that we can play well against Geelong, and sometimes we dominate, sometimes they can dominate, but the most important part is the way that we can play, and you can be proud knowing that these two teams, you know, sort of like a rivalry indeed, in particular. So I'll do my top 5 as well, but just the memorable games. Now, I think everyone will remember the Chris Tarrant mark of the year. Now, that to me was one of the best marks I ever seen. The reason why I say that is because he got up high, and we were sweeping Magpie Guernsey. How would it be great if we actually were sweeping Magpie Guernsey against Geelong? That's something that would not happen that often, but I think for me, there's been great memories when we played Geelong. There's been bad memories when we lost to Geelong. You always knew exactly what was going to happen as well, and I think for me, like, whenever we do play against Geelong, it's always good to beat them and beat them like we normally do. So, you know, we have lost and we have beaten them quite consistently as well. So I think that's for me. I think will be the memories, and I'll do my top 5 losses that really hurt me the most. You know, I could do a top 10 the way that we have played against Geelong, but I could do a top 10 that we lost against Geelong, because the early 2000s I would remember, maybe a little bit of the late 90s, knowing the fact that we have played against Geelong. So, yeah, I might as well get into number 5 on this list. And I think number 5 for me is a game where not many people will remember. I think this was a game where we absolutely won, and this was, anytime you can smash Geelong, in particular, you can accept that. 2006 round 8 was number 5 on that list, and I think that's probably the reason why that playing against Geelong, you know exactly what you're going to get. So I think for that, that's number 5. Number 4, I think this has to be the memories of playing against Geelong, is in the prelim final in 2010. The reason why I say that is because we actually smashed them, and anytime you smash Geelong, you always enjoy it. Now, we did beat Geelong, you know, round 19 in that same year, but there is a lot that comes out of it that you always expect, and I think when we play Geelong, it's always a great thing as well, knowing the fact is that this team is very, very good indeed. Number 3, I'm going to say the 2019 qualifying final. The reason why I would say that is because is because we always tend to wanting to do well. Especially against Geelong, where we can play them anytime that we can, continuing to play good football. That is generally that particular game as well. Number two's, I did say Chris Taylor Mark of the Year is one, but I will say that because that to me is special memories. I'm always going to remember that. And also the fact is that 2016 was that because we did beat them. We beat them round 9. They were undefeated as well. And number 1 on this list is the round 1 of 2023. Now, I was at this particular game. It looked like Geelong could not miss at all. But we played well. We got over the line. It was good that Dustin was tackled Ollie Henry. I thought that was superb. And that it pretty much gives me a chance to really, give special memories as well. Obviously, you could say around 2020, that was tough. But I think the way that we have played as well, like that would have definitely not give us that much of confidence. Now, my top 5 for worst game. I think for me, and I know I'm missing a few here, but number 5 has to be pretty much. I wouldn't say the last round because it really didn't mean much. But I would definitely say that the semi-final of 2020, that's number 1. Now, the reason why is because how bad we played. We were held goalless up until 3/4 time, and we managed to kick 4 goals, 1 in that last quarter. So that, to me, was pretty much our worst performance. And definitely do remember that as pretty much a piss poor effort, knowing that we couldn't quite beat them. Number 4, I'm going to say the round 322 game. We were in front, we were dominant, and we somehow managed to lose that, and it wasn't a great performance at all. Number 3 would be the Collingwood final in that particular year. Purely based, that hurts a lot more. It's definitely something that we lost by a kick. So even though we had the second chance, but it would have been great had we won as well. Number 2, I'm gonna say this as this hurts me the most. 2007, the prelim final. Now, purely based on that was a 5-point ball game. We almost gave it to Geelong, didn't we? We almost did, and I think that one hurts a lot more. And number 1 is the grand final in 2011 now, purely based on how we play, and particularly that. It hurts. It really does hurt because we got off. We're 1 point down at quarter time. We're up in the second quarter. I think from memory, in the third quarter, Geelong just came out, kicked 5 goals 1, and we only kicked remarkably 3 goals 3 in the last quarter. We only kicked 3 behinds, and that was the difference there. Definitely, that's a worse performance as well. Now, I'm going to do something different because this is the game that I'm going to do a top 5 unforgettable games. Like the one that really miss out on being top 5 games, and they could definitely be in here as well. Number 5 in that particular list is the 2008. Now, Geelong were playing so brilliantly well in that particular season, and we handed them the first loss of that season as well. I think because on how well we played against them, that was particularly our dominance, and we just kept at it. So very happy with that. Number 4 on that list is the round 19 game 2010. To beat them by 22 points. Yeah, there was a controversial as well, but gotta love the way how we went about that game, and gotta be proud of the boys as well. Number 3, I think this one is gonna be a memory as well. The round 15-98 game. Now, I think because we only won by 10 points, that to me is pretty special as well. So that's something I will remember, because I did start watching footy at that particular age as well. Number 2 is the round 11 2005. Again, Chris Tarrant launched at the footy, and I thought he played a really good job as well. And number 1 on this list, now not many people are going to say this, and I know what people are going to be saying because the way that we have played, but I think it has to be, from memory, what was the last game of the season, round 22, 2017, and that's when, no, the round 6 game 2017, when we beat them. I think that was when game where we were in control in that particular game, and I know that we have beaten them round 22 2015. That's a game that you always remember, but to beat them in round 6 in 2017 and have that history there, I think it's pretty good. Number 5, unlucky ones to miss out on the list that we did lose. Look, I think for me, round 15 2002 is on that list, purely based because we did get smashed. But that was the incident where Chris Tarrant wiped the blood on Cameron Lynn's jumper, and that's, to me, that it definitely does stand out a little bit more. Number 4 is the, not many people will say this, is the round 8 2011. That was disappointing because that was the revenge goal. That would have put us in front, and it certainly wasn't the best then. The prelim final 2009, that's number 3. That to me was very tough to watch. To get absolutely smacked, you don't want to get smacked in that. Number 2, I think from memory, that probably it hasn't hurt a little bit more, was the fact was that round 6 2015 we lost that, and lose by 41 points as well. And round 3 2014, you know, when Jamie Elliott took one of the marks of the year as well. That was something that could not believe that he did that as well. Hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to drop a like and also drop a sub. Really do appreciate that as well. Look, the rivalries, I do hate Geelong. I'm not the fans or anything like that. It's just that because of the losses that we've had, like the prelim final losses, semi-final loss as well. So it does hurt, but you know, what can you say? You just got to keep, you know, moving on a little bit as well. But yeah, until next time, bye for now, guys.